Right, it's recording now. So, Cathy, how are you? You alright?
I'm fine, Dave, how are you?
I'm okay.
Well, I've been asked to say a few words for our Rita and Tony to celebrate their Ruby wedding, and I must say that it gives me great pleasure to do this today. From my point of view, I was always Rita's blue eye when growing up, from when I was a little baby, for a long time until she met like a lady. I was a major part of Rita's life, and she was a major part of mine. On growing up, we were thick as thieves. I used to stay with her every weekend. I used to stay in Scotland Road, and we were always together.
With her parents?
Well, I used to go and stay with my nana and granddad, but of course I was only 7 when my nana died, and I was only 10 when my granddad died. But throughout all of that time, Rita and I were really close, to the point where she had me older than my years really. She used to like to dress me up in I'd be 7 and look like Dusty Springfield with black eyeliner on and all the rest of it, because she thought she'd practice on me.
Where did she live then? Did she live on her own? It's flat?
No, well, she lived with my mum, which was my great-grandmother.
Oh yeah. That was Kitty, was it?
My grandmother was Kitty,
Catherine, yeah.
After my nana and my granddad died, or certainly after my nana died, my mum came down to take care of Rita and John, and my granddad cooked the meals, etc. And I used to go most weekends whilst growing up. I don't remember a time when I didn't go down to Scotland Road to, to spend time with them all. Like I said, it's very much part of my life. And earliest memories are going to Great Homer Street every Saturday morning with Rita to get the flowers for the grave, Jim's grave. And we'd go to Gracie, and I can hear myself now pleading with her to buy me chips with a wooden fork, which were pretty unheard of then. And I couldn't wait to have the chips with a fork. And a Lulu doll was something that I asked for every week, together with those little tiny Hovis loaves. I was intrigued. No, it was a loaf, actually a small loaf with Hovis written on it. And I never had seen them anywhere else, only in Great Homer Street. And every Saturday I'd say, will you buy me a Lulu doll, will you buy me a... And you can imagine the response that I got to all of those, and we still laugh about it today.
Did you get them?
Did I get them? Never. Never. Maybe chips with the fork. And then that went on for many years. As I say, growing up, being 8, 9, 10, and she'd be a sly smoker then, and she'd be getting ready to go out on a Saturday night. As you can appreciate, it was the 60s, and she used to look absolutely amazing. She was my idol. I used to sit looking at her thinking, oh my god, hope I grow up to look like that, and I can do my makeup like that. And it used to be fantastic just watching her get ready and see the end product at the end of the night. She just top of the pops. She could have been on it every week for me. And then she'd be getting ready and say to me, do me a favour and go outside, and in my green leather coat pocket you'll find a stump. Go and get it and sneak it in and get me a match. And then we go in the bathroom together, and she'd be puffing away out of the window. And I remember that quite clearly, and they were very good days.
And when she cut your hair?
Oh, she used to love...
Do you know a story about when she cut Tony's hair or something?
Yeah, I'll
So I was trying to think who knew that.
I know.
Well, she really...
When they were courting.
She really thought she was a hairdresser. In fact, she thought she could do everything. She used to... In fact, she pierced someone's ears with a potato behind their ear and a needle. So she thought she could do everything. And hairdressing was no exception. And I was the model. As soon as the hair would grow slightly, she would cut my hair. And it would start off being maybe, in a bob, shoulder length, and then I would end up looking like some sort of elf by the end of the night, because she'd cut one side and then it wouldn't match the other one, and that would go on and on and on. So I was the model. Yeah, it would go on and on. And I'm lucky to have 2 ears today, because the amount of times that I was cut to ribbons while she'd be practising on me was unmensurable.
What did she do as a job when she was a teenager?
When she was
She was
young,
hairdresser.
she was she was more on the secretarial line. She was a fantastic typist, absolutely an amazing typist. But on a Saturday, she had a Saturday job. She's worked at Woolies on a Saturday. She's worked at a cake shop on a Saturday. She'd do anything to get that extra few bob that would take her out to the town on a Saturday night, basically. So yeah, she definitely lived life to the full before Tony Mac came along, let me tell you.
How old was Rita when she met Tony? It was at
Well, it was
somebody's wedding,
1969 when they met. So Rita was born in 48. So that would, how old would she be?
19.
Yeah, 19. So then when he came along, my nose got well pushed out. Because where she had that time for me, it was that young love. And basically, you know, it got not as often that I would go and see her. She then moved to the flat in Aldbridge Park, because the house that they lived in Scotland Road was being demolished. So Rita was then transferred